Okay, guys, 721K. Here we go, B slot. It's really good seeing you guys getting some currency in the B slots because of the different entrances we're all doing. We should be able to be good at every single entrance slot. So what's just hurting us here is that angle a little bit to connect Yora and Matthew up. So I would say maybe try the leg grip if you could, Matthew. Might be easier than because that leg grip's right there. Might be a little funky in the door to get the grip, like your left hand would be here, your right hand would be reaching down. I think that would work, and you're just trying to work on that 45. Cool. Okay. Right from the word go, we've got two slightly different moves happening from Nadia and Matthew. Look at the build first. We want to see parallel between these guys, which we have. We've got a subtle difference here in the shape between Nadia and Matthew. It's not a big deal. This would be the maximum cheat I would want, and this is just fine as well. So the parameters are good here. But right at the go, you can see that Matthew's center point is moving this way. In fact, you can even see his right knee engaged, whereas Nadia has a different idea of the move. I think from what I see, it looks like Nadia's thinking about holding her center point still and allowing Otto out. And all it does is it just gives us a slightly different finish angle. Yeah, so we've got just two very slightly different shapes happening at the end. Really nice light finishes. The first K build was pretty good, and we'll talk about the Ks later. Nice. We can see it's even more noticeable on this one. Look at Matthew's center point. See how it goes that way. And then let's go back. And Nadia's center point stays a little more still. Now, what I'm looking for is more like Nadia. Like, you don't really want to be going this way because we just then add extra rotation. You don't want to hold yourself still here though. Like I'm expecting Nadia's to rotate. That's good there. So Nadia rotates. And so right now we would see both pairs here and here. This piece has traveled this way. Ideally we would have Yora here and Matthew here. And all that means is we just got two slightly, as you said, slightly different finishes, and we end up with reaching catches, but they are nice and light. So the K, oh no, got a 7 to talk about first. Yeah, I think Matthew was fully aware of that. Matthew, if you look at your body position, you start to look around the corner early, and then you get your body really torqued up. Like if you look at your teammates, they're all very neutral at this point. Maybe you're feeling late or something. You're not, but you've got very strange body position, and that's why that happens. So just neutral body position. Okay. K's are starting to raise their ugly head a little bit. There we go. So it's now starting to, we're getting very tight in here, and we're not moving to a place. We're moving to grips. We're aggressively moving to grips. You can see this. It's like already picked up the grips here, even though we may not even have good levels. Just move out to a position. And I would say for Otto here, so you're coming in here, it looks like your main focus right now is to see where is Nadia. In fact, your main focus should be just sliding backwards a few centimeters, let's say 50 centimeters, and rotating 45 degrees. Nadia should be opening up and laying out here. And and Nadia's backing up a little bit, and it just makes a very, very tight picture here in the K. Really chooses on the next one. Good turns, Matthew. There we go. So Nadia is trying to help Otto. Actually, it does the opposite because it makes a really tight shape. Otto's trying to get those grips, and already things are locked up here. We kind of got into a little feeding frenzy on the grips. So Otto gets the flushed out of the K. it's slightly better actually, Matthew. There's less movement backwards on this one. You see the grip, Matthew, that Nadia has here? It's my favorite grip on a 21 or a 19. Yeah, we still really haven't learned that. Okay. Better. Although we got into the habit early, and that often happens if you don't position well at the beginning of a dive, you can tend to take the that same poor move throughout. So you've really got to be aware of the center point. Look, there's the long axis right there. So Nadia, you should be sitting here on a K. Yeah, if you come around the corner here to help Otto out, we've got a very acute angle happening between Otto and Yora. And everything backs up.